Yo guys, of course Nax here. In this video I'm going to show you how to make this wrapper header, and I'm going to make this step-by-step tutorial. And by the way, before the video starts, make sure to join my Discord server. I will leave in the link in the description. There's a lot of things going on this server. There's like free PSDs every like couple weeks or months. So make sure to join and you will get just free PSDs, like free packs, etc. There's like a lot of stuff that you can just improve with. So yeah, make sure to join, and yeah, let's get to the tutorial. Alright, so the first thing we are going to do is we are going to create the text. And by the way, I'm going to skip the Cinema 4D part because I've already made a lot of tutorials with it. I mean, I'm going to skip like the text part. I made like 2 or 3 text tutorials, so I'm going to leave one in the description so you can know how to make the 3D text. And by the way, if you want to get a 3D text Cinema 4D Lightroom, by the time I drop this tutorial, my new prestige pack will already be released. And by the way, now it's like half done, and inside of it there will be like 3D text Lightroom. So make sure to, if you like it, if you go to the description, if you look at it, if you look at the preview, and you will be like, alright, this pack is great. And if you buy it, there will be 3D text Lightroom, and you can just download it. It's like one of the best Lightrooms for 3D text that you can have. So yeah, and by the way, in this pack there will be like way more things, but it's just half done now, so yeah, it's not finished, there's not even a cover yet, but I'm just doing a tutorial now because I think that there's a lot of useful stuff in it already. So yeah, so I will just do the text now. I will leave a link in the description to how to make the 3D text, and after I make the text, we can just make a header with all the renders, effects, and etc. So yeah. Alright guys, so I'm done with the text, and now we are going to actually make the header. So let's go to my prestige pack, which I said you can buy in the description, and let's go for Playboy RT, and let's just take some nice renders. So this one is cool. By the way, this tutorial will be fast. I don't want to make it long. I think that's making it long and just saying every single thing that I do is going to be stupid. I don't want to waste too much of your time. It's not gonna be like 30 minutes tutorial, most likely like 15-20, something like that. Alright, so what you need to focus on when you make wrapper headers is to put text in the middle. I see a lot of people that are just putting headers in some different places, like here or like here. It's weird, don't do that. What you need to focus on is you need to focus on the aspect of headers that a viewer on, for example, Twitter might focus on when he is scrolling. So when he is scrolling, you need to catch his eyes so he can buy your header, so you can make money from that, or you can just, you know, practice on your client's headers. So yeah, that's what you want to do. And most likely, if you like, the best way is to just put it in the middle. You can just put it here too, or here. It's not bad too, but yeah, in the middle is just like the best position, I think. Alright, so now let's go and actually create edit the text. So I think we are going to make the header red. So yeah, let's go with the red. Actually, one thing that we are going to do also is click Ctrl and J on the 2D part. And we are going to now make it red. And we are not going to make it only red because we actually want to make headers with like 2 to 3 colors. So one color is always colorful, so like red or yellow or blue, etc. And 2 other colors are white and black. So yeah, that's what we are going to do, and that's how you should go about your headers too. Sometimes it's nice to put, like, for example, there are nice color combinations. If you want to get some nice color combinations, you can just go on just Chrome or whatever you use, or Opera, and just type nice color combinations, two color combinations, and there will you see some nice combinations, and you can just mix them up, because one color is like not always the best. So yeah, it's cool. Alright, and now what we are going to do is we are going to copy it again with Ctrl and J. So now we are going to go to color overlay again, and we are going to make yeah, I think we are going to leave this 2 letters white, and now we are going to make the T like dark. I'm not saying dark, but like black, but I mean like reddish. Or maybe actually we can make it dark, like black. Yeah, I think it's not bad. And now we are going to take care of the 3D part. And that's how I always go about the header. I first start with the 2D part and then go with the 3D part. So yeah, it's a nice thing you can do too. And now we're going to copy it, the same thing, and we are going to make it red. We can lower the lightness a bit. Alright, and now we're going to erase every single letter that is not red in the 2D part. Alright, so just like that. And by the way, guys, if you are doing this 3D texts, make sure to not only make the text in the Cinema 4D, but also mess around with the text in the Photoshop. So I got a lot of tutorials how to do your custom, I mean using fonts, but like custom looking text, not only like straight the same font from like Cinema 4D, but just like custom one. I got a lot of tutorials on it. Maybe I will make another one, but actually right now I'm in the stage where almost all of my texts look like pretty. I'm not gonna say the same, but like I just right now have a like a way to make every text look good, and I like do it every single time. And yeah, it's working for me, so why would I not do that? But yeah, I got a lot of tutorials on how to make it like custom, so yeah, make sure to check them out. Alright, and now we're going to make it that. Now we are actually... wait, we actually need to erase the T too. So by the way, this prestige pack that I'm talking about is probably like for sure now available on my store. So make sure to check it out. It has a lot of PSDs, a lot of valuable stuff that you can do. 3D text tutorials. It has like renders breakdowns, so every single like effect on the render. And yeah, it has a lot of tutorials, client methods, how you can improve quicker, some nice tricks, how you can actually make money with like by just promoting my pack too, so just free money. And yeah, just make sure to check it out. Alright, and now we are going to make the T. Wait, let me does this one. Alright, so we're going to erase this one too. Now we're going to go for T. Alright. Alright, and it's cool. And one thing that I often do when I finish this, of course, we first need to group the text, 3D part. And let's go to Prestige Pack again. And let's go to the folder Shapes and Brushes. And let's look for some nice brush that can be useful for this text. I remember that there was like, oh, this one actually, yes, this one is cool. And we're just creating a clipping mask, so the text will be, the effect will be in the text primarily. And we are just going to make it overlay and just put it in some places, as you can see. And what we can also do is we can copy it and actually make the dark version of it. I don't know how it will look like, so I'm not sure. Yeah, it doesn't look bad actually. We can make it like that. Alright, it's cool. And now we're going to hold. By the way, if you are a beginner, if you don't know how to group your layers, you hold shift at the first and the last layer that you want to select, and then you just click convert to smart object. I mean, no, yes, convert to smart object for this time. And now we're going to click Ctrl and J, and now we're going to go to filter gallery. And as all of my viewers know that I almost always use Chrome effect on my headers. I started using it like 1 year ago, and I think I started it. I didn't think that. I mean, of course, there was people that were using like Chrome effect on their headers, but I didn't see anyone primarily doing like wrapper headers with it. So I think that I started this like trend or something. So we go to Chrome. We can actually make the detail kind of smaller. Yes, and click OK. Because it really gives you a nice texture on your text, so it's really nice, I like it. And that's how you do. Alright, actually we can make it maybe... There's a lot of versions that you can do if you go to blending modes. I think the best one will be subtract. It's nice. Right, and now we are going to go here, click inner glow to make just nice glow, as you can see. Drop shadow too, to make it more realistic. Alright, and now what we can do too is we can create a layer, create clipping mask, and just make this nice shadow on the text, as you can see. Alright, it's cool, I think. And I think this tutorial will be like 20-30 minutes actually. We'll see. I don't know how long it is for now, but yeah, we'll see. Alright, and now what we are going to do is we are going to do the same thing, but we are actually going to mix couple colors. So let's go with the red one first. So we can mix this one here. We can get this one here. Now we are going to go for white, and we are going to make it red, so it will all mix together nicely. Alright, and now we are going to go for the black one. And for the black one we actually can make it like gray. Alright, I think it's nice. And now we are going to group all the 2D part, and we are going to click 2 times and go to setting, and you can just copy my settings if you are just copying the header, just like that. Alright, okay, convert to smart object, then copy, filter gallery again. And we go for Chrome again, of course, as always. And now we can just choose some nice effect. I think here... Let's see, no, subtract is bad actually in this one. We can maybe go with... I think overlay is the best one here, so let's go. And now we're going to go with drop shadow, bevel and emboss. We can do this one too. But now we can go with inner shadow and inner glow. Actually, we can make this inner glow kinda like straight. Alright, and I think we are done with the text. I think it looks cool. Yeah. I think it's nice. And by the way, I'm going to leave this I will leave the free PSD and the description. And by the way, there will be of course like stuff from Prestige Pack, but not a lot of stuff, just coupled brushes, so it's nothing, but yeah. So make sure to go to the description and do all these steps that are required to get the PSD pack. I mean the PSD. And now, because we don't really see the letter T, we can actually make a stroke by ourselves. So let's go here and choose this stroke, and we can just make this outlines. We can make it smaller. And this is just a nice way to make the letter pop out. Alright, I think it's cool. Right, it's nice. And now what we are going to do is we are going to just make the renders look better. So we can just close the text, and now we can go for this one. So we are going to make his eyes glow. So let's go for red color, and let's go for this one, and let's go right that, like that. And just like that we can make his eyes red. Alright, and this one too. Alright, and now we are going to create a new layer. We're going to go with the blending mode. Actually, color, I think. Yeah, it's cool. And we can actually make the clipping mask. Now let's go for another layer, but this time we're going to make it linear dodge. Alright, I think it's cool. We're going to add some things to it in a bit. And now let's go for the second one. Now we are basically going to do the same thing with this one. I hope that video is recording. Yeah, it is. Alright. Alright, so like that. And also here. Alright, and now we're going to do the same thing again. So color, we can lower the opacity a bit. Now let's go with the linear dodge. Alright, I think it's nice. And now we can actually maybe mess around with the background a bit. What we can do here too, yeah, I think it's alright. So let's go with the background. So what I have here is I have like this paper PNG. You can just type it in Google paper, like maybe cutouts PNG, something like that, and you will find it. So you can just put it in different places. So here we are basically going to add a lot of Playboy Carti pictures. So I will actually see you in the like couple of minutes, and for you it will be a couple of seconds. And yeah, when I find all the backgrounds and etc., I will come back and we will do the background. Alright guys, so I got the backgrounds, and by the way, if you want to know how did I find these backgrounds, I just searched on Chrome Playboy Carti concert, and I go to images and I just found these pictures. So that's how you can find all these pictures for your headers. And now what we are going to do is we are going to group all these backgrounds and convert to smart object, and we are going to make a gradient map and create a clipping mask. And the left side will be black and the right side will be, of course, red. So just like that, as you can see, it gives just this nice effect to it. And now we are going to convert to smart object, and we are going to click Ctrl Shift and A. Actually, we have to do it again. So we are opening camera raw basically. Alright, it's going to load for a bit. Alright, it's ready. And now we are just going to go to basic, clarity increased, and texture 2, and we are going to go here to detail, and noise reduction to almost the full, and color noise reduction too. And click OK. And after we've done that, we can actually make this paper, like PNGs, colorful. So let's go to this one and click Ctrl and U. And we can just do it like that, as you can see. We can get this one too. And by the way, if you are doing the same things in the Photoshop right now, if you're just copying what I do, make sure to not copy 100%, just do what you think it is. I'm just making this tutorial to show you how you can make these headers, what you can improve on and what you can do differently. So yeah, make sure to have your own ideas. And now we are going to make lights in the background. So let's get red color, of course, and let's make this kind of like lights in the background, as you can see. So here, here, and here. Alright, it's cool. And now we're going to make highlights on the renders. So let's create a layer. And we are going to just make this outlines as I do every single time. As you can see. Here too. Here, here. Alright. We can erase it in some places. So here, of course. Alright, it's nice. You might hear my family right now, because they are just going around the house, so yeah. Alright, so like that. We can just erase it in some places. We can erase it here too. Or maybe make it better. Let me see. Alright. Alright, it's cool. And now what we are going to do is we are going to go with hue and saturation and make it red. And just like that. You can see it gives us this nice effect. This nice highlight, and we are going now to click Ctrl and J. And we're going to put it higher, and we're going to make the lightness higher. So as you can see, and now we're going to the same thing with another render. And by the way, I'm not showing you every single step that I do when I make client works, etc. I don't show every like secret, if I can call that. So here, because basically that's why I have my packs, etc., to show you, to not only like give you some PSDs, to not only give you like 3D Lightrooms and just tutorials and etc., but also to show you like my secrets, if I can say that, to my headers, etc. So yeah, I'm just making this header simple, just not very long. So yeah, as you can see, we can do it here too, here, here. Alright, and we can erase it in some places. We can actually erase it here. Alright, and now we're going to do the same thing as with the first render. So by the way, if you are doing like this like, wait, let me just read this. If you have this effect, and if you want to make it only in some places of the render, you click Ctrl and I. And this one is very valuable. I actually get to know this trick like very long time after I started designing. So now Ctrl and J, and we're going to do the same thing, so lightness a bit more, as you can see. Alright, and now what we are going to do is we are going to add some particles in the background. So let's go to Prestige Pack again, and let's go for the flames, and let's go for this one. Alright, and now we can just add, we can make Ctrl and U, colorize, and let's go for dark colors. As you can see, we can add these nice effects in the background in some different places, so we can add it here too, here. Alright, and we actually can add it here too to make this nice reflection. Alright, it's nice. And filter blur, a Gaussian blur. You can actually make it like rotated a bit, some different places. Alright, I think it's cool. Alright, and now what we are going to do is we are going to add some things to the first plan, if I can call that so. So now we can go for actually we can go for smokes, and we can grab this one. And let's go and just put it in some places. Actually, let me rotate it a bit. Alright. This way is cool. And we are going to make it red, of course. And we can just put it in some places, as you can see. We can actually put it higher than this one. So here and here. And we can group them all and create a layer, create clipping mask, and go with the dark color and just add this like shadow to it. And we can lower the opacity. Now what we're going to do is we're going to convert it to a smart object and get a Gaussian blur and blur it a bit. Alright, we can make it kind of bigger. Now let's move it like lower. Alright, I think it's cool. Alright, and now what we are going to do is I think we are going to add some effects to it. So I think we can go to flames again, but this time we're going to add a different one. So we can actually, I think add this one, and maybe we can add this here. Alright, and we're of course making it red, and of course we need to erase it a bit, and we can add it to the other side too. To not make it so like flashy, if I can. Oh, okay, we can erase it a bit. Alright, and I think that the header is done for now. Of course, I'm not like doing every single step that I do on my client headers here, but I just wanted to show you how to make a nice looking header. One thing that we can also do is we can make a new layer. We can put it like lower, and we can just get a white color, and we can get a this brush, and we can just write Playboy, like that. And alright, we can put it here. Alright, and drop shadow. You can just copy all my settings if you want, but if not, you can just play with your own head and creativity. And we can actually make it bigger. Right, and we're going to make another one, and we are going to call it Carty, of course. So Carty. Alright, and we can put it maybe, we can put it here, I think. I think here is a nice place for it. And we're going to add the same drop shadow. Alright, and I actually think that that would be it for this header. what we can actually add. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think that there's anything that I can add here. Maybe some PNGs here, but I don't think that on this one it will look like great. I think that this type of header with only like this type of header is actually good, I think, with only the text, not too much things going on. So yeah, I think that's it. Now what we are going to do is we are going to group all the layers. We are going to group and click Ctrl Shift Alt and E, and we are going to click Ctrl Shift and A to go to camera roll. And now we're going just to play with all these effects. You can just copy them, but actually every other headers, every single header depends on how you want to play with camera roll. It's not the same every single time. So what you need to focus on while making wrapper headers is go with the texture and clarity a bit. So you can just make it like that. You can just copy this one. This one we can just make it like that. Gotta make it kinda lighter. And we are not going to go with here because it makes it not visible. So as you can see, it's not good. We can go with, are we going with vignetting? I don't think so actually. I think this one is cool. We don't have to do that. And now we can just play with these effects. You really just have to play with them. It's not that every single, there's not a preset for this one, if I can say so. We can make it lower a bit so the eyes will look cool. All that right, I think it's cool. Click OK. And then we're going to click Ctrl and J, filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and we go with 50. We go with lighter color, and we can make it 20. I think is cool. Alright, we are going to group it again. Ctrl Shift Alt and E. And what we are going to do now is we're going to go for a sharpen, smart sharpen. You can copy my settings. And now filter, noise, and add noise, and we go to 5. We go with 5. Noise is really cool on this type of realistic headers. It's really cool. So yeah, I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was helpful for you. And as I said, if you want to buy my pack, if you want to really improve as a designer, you can just go to the description. You will see the product. You can look at it. If you like it, you can buy. If not, whatever. But actually, if you want to improve, if you want to be a better designer, make sure to check my store out, because I really put a lot of effort into all of these packs. This pack is not really finished yet, but when this video will be uploaded, it will be finished already. So make sure to check it out. There's a lot of stuff here. And yeah, I think that's it. And if you enjoyed it too, you can drop a like if you like it. And yeah, I think that's it, and I see you in the next video.